Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You know, I ask myself all the time, why do I still do this? Because there are plenty of slow days in this community where the channel, between crystal openings and advice on champion rank ups and other stuff, you might make like $5, which $5 is $5, but is that worth a full day of work? Of course not. But then there are days where you think, I am so glad that I am talking about this in the moment, on the day that it's happening, because we have not seen an update in news like this in quite some time. And today is one of those days because I am somebody that uses the Mastery setup. It's my first Mastery loadout, Mastery Loadout 1. You can see on that top right side, I've got full glass cannon, 1 point in recoil, and then max liquid courage and max double edge. Now, this is Loadout 1. Loadout 2 is my non-recoil masteries, and then Loadout 3 I haven't actually done, but I think it's going to be my Alliance War defense default, and I'll be messing around with it sometime today, because today is the last day that I can actually put anything in before it goes away, before the free goes away. So it's interesting that on the last day that it's free, we get this breaking news, courtesy of the Kabam forums. And shout out to my man Brian Shadow Strike for always keeping me updated with the forums. Improvements to Liquid Courage and Double Edge Masteries. Forward in the May update, we'll be making adjustments to Liquid Courage and Double Edge Masteries when they are applied to an attacker. Our goal is specifically to alleviate some negative aspects of investing in the recoil section of Masteries while a health boost is applied, like the Saga Champion boost. These changes will not affect the functionality of the Masteries when they are applied to a defender. So the old functionality increases the attack of all champions by a percentage, but they suffer a permanent poison debuff that drains a percent of modified health each second. We know, for those who've been playing for any duration of time, but especially people who've been playing years, that this is how it functions. There's no need to talk more about that. But in the new functionality, you increase the attack of all champions by the percent of health, but they suffer a permanent poison debuff that drains a percent of the lesser of modified or base health each second. Now that, to me, sounds kind of confusing, kind of semantically wordy. So the change is that the poison debuff damage changed from 0.6% of modified health to 0.6% of the lesser of modified or base health. Now with Double Edge, it increases the attack of all champions, but what percent of modified health is lost by a bleed debuff? And this is the lesser of modified or base health was lost again, just like Liquid Courage. So same wording. The design philosophy is the takeaway on this breaking news. We always want the Mastery system to remain one where choice matters. Players should feel like they can customize their loadout to best match their playstyle, their unique roster, and sometimes even a specific fight. The choice of investing points in the recoil mastery section or not is one of the most significant ways to customize a loadout, so we especially want to ensure it feels the right level of approachable while still having a cost. Historically, the recoil tree has felt less approachable when boosts are applied. This comes down to the fact that the willpower masteries healing scales on base health, while the self-damage of Liquid Courage and Double Edge scales on modified health. As I increase my health, my healing stays the same, but my damage taken increases. With the addition of the attack and health boosts applied to Saga champions, this interaction has become even more prevalent and reduced the value proposition of running the recoil tree more than we'd like. We are excited about this new scaling change because it should keep the balanced state of unboosted recoil tree investment, increase the value of boosted recoil tree investment to a more balanced point, and we hope that the new scaling allows for greater summoner autonomy so that do I want to boost and do I want to use the recoil tree can become two separate questions to consider, rather than boost being something to avoid while running recoil mastery setups. This is especially important when you think about someone like Aegon, that when you have the permanent heal block on some months of the Thronebreaker event quest, really makes it to where running recoil masteries is a dumb proposition to build up that combo meter before he shrugs off those debuffs. This mastery is a rare source of lowering your modified health below your base health, allowing access to actually improve your healing to damage taken ratio. Again, this is because willpower healing remains the same. We specifically didn't want to adjust Liquid Courage and Double Edge to scale only on base health, because it would have significantly increased the damage taken by those masteries in unboosted scenarios, meaning daily use of the recoil tree would be meaningless, or meaningfully less appealing. Meaningfully less appealing is a confusing sentence. Instead, with this adaptive change, the opportunity to lower your health to improve your healing ratio is still there, and the ratio is worsening with boost is capped back at your base health instead of 110%, 120% or more of your base health. So, all in all, this is a really big deal and huge news for the team. What do you think about it? Personally, I just think this gives me even more motivation to use my Mastery Loadout 1, and for that, I am very thankful.